Okay, well first, I'm going to try not to quote too much this time, and I'm just going to try to focus on what we've said so far. And before trying to create a summary about what I'm going to say and about what we've tried to promote throughout our speech, I'm going to completely counter both of the speeches that John and Nick have brought before you. Well, first of all, we never said that the population of Oregon didn't agree with the proposition or the act that they passed. We just said that the process that the act required was not being respected. And I have the evidence right here that in the case of Helen was never seen by the two doctors who approved her. She was only seen by one, and that clearly breaks the process. And now both John and Nick have tried to say that healthcare is very expensive and that euthanasia is an easy escape for that. So what does this mean? That we should stop trying to create medicines to save lives and to make the life of a person easier, and we should just start killing people who become sick because we don't want to spend that much in healthcare? It does not sound reasonable for me. And now they also brought the fact of a separation of church and state. It is clearly established in the Constitution that there shall be a separate church and a separate state. And that's clear, but we can't avoid that 81% of the population of the United States claim that they are Christian. If a person is Christian, they tend to follow the basic Christian beliefs, and one of these beliefs is no to euthanasia. Now, one of the last points that I want to argue of what they said, John came before you and he said that the goal of a hospital is to diagnose and treat a disease, diagnose and treat a patient, diagnose and treat a human being. This sounds pretty reasonable. Now, is this diagnose and kill? Is this what he's saying that we should do instead with euthanasia? Diagnose a patient and kill him because he is sick? Well, definitely that's not the role of the government, and that's not the role a hospital should have. That's not the role a doctor promises with the Hippocratic Oath. Now, what we should do is diagnose and treat. Treat a patient to make his life easier. Treat a patient to make the fight and the war against the disease easier. Now, I want to clarify our main points that we've had throughout the speech. One of our main points is that cost does not justify the means, and this means that even though it is more expensive to keep terminally ill people alive, we should not escape this with euthanasia. And then one of our other main points is that there are many other ways of easing the pain of a patient besides euthanasia, so we shouldn't rely completely on euthanasia. And now, my final point is that if we really want to continue with euthanasia, what's going to end up happening is that we're going to end up killing people because it's way more easier to kill them, it's way more cheaper than kill them, than to help them fight against the disease. Thank you.